try to give you as much as useful information, because you are, of course, everyone is looking for entry into market, job market. For sure, that will be a next step for you. Like Professor mentioned, you are in the second semester, and after your master thesis, you tend to start looking for the job and applying for the job, etc. So I think Professor started explaining about the job market. Honestly, I am one step further. This is a little bit out of topic, just came into my mind. Why can't you be a startup entrepreneur? Always we are thinking about one-dimensional. Yes, after I finish my master studies, I'm going for applying for jobs and getting jobs. This is one dimension, of course. And if you have a great concept, of course, if you are courage to take that entrepreneurship as a startup entrepreneur, it is also possible. A couple of interesting, like-minded people come together with some topics which you think, I mean, of course, you need to do a lot of research on the market, etc. So that's another dimension. I will come and pitch that later. But the important is that first you should have an entry into the job market. Okay, myself, Sundar Subbayan, I'm representing a company Alstom. I'm a global head for quality and development. Combination of experience starting from automotive, aerospace, and railways for the last 25 years. Yeah. So with that experience, I hope my presentation will help you to get into the next steps. So as you see that my company, I want to say what is our company. So you see that today the mobility solutions, the sustainable mobility solution is emerging, because you know the fuel prices going up, and CO2 footprint is increasing, and especially in European countries, it's very important to minimize the CO2 footprint. And I think everybody started using the mobility solutions, especially the railway. So Alstom is privileged to address this urban mobility solutions, and we are definitely one of the market leader, and we are architecting the product. We are present across 61 countries and 130,000 employees, and we connect different cities, people, and communities. We are around moving 100 plus million people every day in their daily journey. So we are, of course, contributing tremendously for the sustainable mobility solutions. And I just want to give you a little bit insight what products we are making at Alstom. It's called Train Development Center in Europe, North America, and India. Development centers in the Europe is split into different European segments. Central Europe, Europe, which is covering Spain, Italy, and England, and also we have France as a dedicated development center. Portfolio, but it's the different products depending on the market needed. These products variations, configurations are done differently, but these are the wide variety of products we offer in the market. So let me directly come to how you fit for Alstom. I just a little bit thought through some input. Maybe you could take some notes, which is very important for you. I know, like Professor said, I'm part of the advisory board since 2016, and I'm leading the chair for the last 2022 onwards. And I know the course structure in MBA&E, and I was thinking, what are the potential, the job that you could apply for Alstom? So project engineering management. So there we need really a project engineering managers who are capable, skilled to work with the project and deliver the project. So I think if you could pitch in this project engineering management area, there are a lot of chances that you could get into Alstom. And supply chain management. I think you know that make or buy, you might have learned in your academic. So every big companies like Alstom or Airbus, the make or buy policy is almost 50-50 is a normal 50-50. You make 50, but you buy 50 from the supplier. So which is huge. So it's very, very challenging to integrate the suppliers into the overall production. So supply chain management, if you are aiming to get into the supply chain management, there are huge potential that you could pitch into the supply chain management. And overall quality management, where my domain, I'm actually engineer, but later I moved to the operational excellence. The quality management is one of the area you could really think about getting into Alstom, because we need a lot of quality engineers and quality professionals to make sure that all the requirements coming from the legal requirements or the customer requirements are properly put in place, so the product is developed in a way that it meets finally the customer expectations. So the quality is everywhere. Quality is starting from the tender until the product is in the fleet and maintained for 30 years. So quality is the big function. You can think about shaping your skill sets and knowledge. So that area is somewhat very much possible that you can get into you can fit to the Alstom expectations. You can stop me anytime and please ask the questions, okay? So, and I see that technical skills one way, but the leadership skills and operational excellence mindset is very important. And eventually expecting what kind of leadership qualities you can demonstrate. So it's not just only a technical qualification. If they look at your CV, and I'm hiring people also sometimes, I look at the overall holistic skill set. It's not just one angle. Are you fit? Are you able to manage the pressure when you are given such a role to play? So cross-functional leadership. What we are expecting, you are coming into the role and you are able to manage different functions in the company. So usually your task in such a big companies is always coordinating with the different functions within the company. If you come into engineering, you need to work with suppliers, engineering suppliers, and you need to work with project management, quality, contracts, legal. So these are the different functions. And operational excellence. So continuous improvement is mindset what we are looking for. If you come into the role, okay, there is a process, you follow the process, but the process may the result of the process may be good or still potential possibility to improve it. So what we are expecting as a mindset, you come into that role and you look for an improvement. It's for PDCA, it's step-by-step improvement. You need to demonstrate that your mindset is looking for an improvement, thereby that you are supporting for the overall business impact. Business impact is that you deliver the project. Because we are project execution company, and we see that there is the huge demand in terms of you are bringing that operational excellence mindset that you put everywhere, the continuous improvement mindset, and problem-solving mindset. Whenever you're trying to project yourself into your letter of motivation letter or your CV, write in a way that you are a problem solver. You come into the company and definitely you never know, you will be given such a difficult situation, you need to solve the problem. The company like Alstom or Siemens, they are looking for problem solvers in that situation. There was a problem, but you are able to solve the problem systematically. And that sort of things we are expecting actually. And stakeholder management, that's why in addition to what we discussed before, the leadership skills and the operational excellence mindset is something very important for a company like us. Okay, so you need to develop the digital skills and tools. Consider that you can demonstrate all the skills in your profile. So then preparation of your profile for Alstom. I was thinking, okay, you know that AI is taking a big shape now. Everywhere people are not AI is taking as a core AI developer or something, but how to make use of the AI applications, and you can connect with AI into the business solutions, okay? So I think AI is definitely going to play a big change in the coming years. So if you are not aware of AI, or if you're not able to use the AI, you miss the boat, okay? So anybody, including me, any people who are experienced or inexperienced, or the beginners who should think about having an AI experience. So data tools, I think let's start with the data tools. For example, data is everything. So in our company, there are huge data, but we don't know what to do with the data. So data management and having this data, and the data is, you need to mine the data. So data understanding, data engineering basics. Data engineering is very important as well, to understand where the data comes from and how it works and how it can be interpreted from the business context. And AI awareness and application knowledge. Like I said, you don't need to be an AI architect, but at least you know how to handle the AI. And AI can be used for putting the data, and the effective way of using AI could bring the business decisions much quicker and easier. So you can also think about different AI tools that you have used it and you have gained a certification or knowledge that could help your application as well. System thinking, this is very important. So a company like us we want a system thinkers. We are not like a silo. Only I can do this. So you see that in a big system like rolling stock, the train that goes on the track, it's not just only mechanical. It's a system with the software, embedded systems, many different things comes together. So data, we are passing the data, millions of data over operating the trains. So system thinking is very important. If you could able to demonstrate that you have the system thinker, so that is where you're also noticed, your profile has been noticed. Maybe you could team effort, that individual effort. So you could able to demonstrate that you are a team player rather than individual player. So collaboration skills very important, especially in our company. If you're taking a role, you always need to discuss with different teams and different people. Internationally, nationally, and different functions is always collaborative skills. I mean, build a strong impact story. It's not that you write your CV in a way that some people, what they do mistake is they copy paste the previous job description. Job description is not enough. You just copy paste job description, it's not that one people are looking for. You need to prepare one or two examples where you actually created an impact in your previous role. Show how you coordinated across teams and took ownership beyond your individual task. Please emphasize your previous experience in a way. It should be perceived by the recruiter in a way that it can be considered as a good asset of you. You shape your CV with a lot of examples, not like a very theoretical CV, things, but what you made specifically for. What is your role? What did you do personally that you changed from A to B? A situation which was something struggling, but you did something and it's improved from A to B. You demonstrate that. So you have done already a lot of great things, but your CV and your motivation is not reflecting what you have done. So I think you need to put a flow that could be convincing. You're missing some skills. Start developing it from now. You can upskill yourself in a different field so that you're ready for the job market. My help here is to give all the input that you could think over and try to adapt these inputs into your documents, CV or motivation. That is one aspect, and second aspect to develop your skills. I hope we can discuss later if you have any individual questions, because I think time is running. So that's all from my side, and I hope you found this information useful. You please come out. Any questions you have later, we can discuss.
We still have some